Hi, this is Tom, and in this video we're going to try a problem with marbles in a jar. And the problem reads this. A jar contains 4 yellow marbles and 6 purple marbles. Draw 4 marbles. How many ways to draw? And then I've written dot, dot, dot. So let's try this. We'll call this part A. How many ways to draw 2 yellow marbles? Okay, a couple of things here before we tackle this, and that is this. Notice that I have a capital Y here for yellow and a capital P for purple. So whenever I write a Y, that represents a yellow marble, and a capital P will be used to represent a purple marble. Now, it says I have to draw 4, and this in part A, 2 of those 4 have to be yellow. So there's 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you both. The first way is this. So, for example, one way this might happen is I could draw a yellow marble, then I might draw another yellow, but I have to draw 4, so now I just hope I don't get another yellow, but maybe I'll get a purple, and then I'll get another purple. And so, here's one way to think about this. Initially, there was 4 yellows, and so, 4 yellows, and so I could write a 4 underneath it. Then there's 3 yellows, and then purples, there was 6, and then there's 5, but I can't multiply all these together yet because YYPP is a word. And so what I need to do is, just like when you were working on the problem of how many ways to organize different letters, well, YYPP is just a word, not one in a dictionary, but we need to account for that. So we're going to divide by 2 factorial because we have 2 Y's, or yellows, and we need to divide by 2 factorial because we have 2 P's. And so, for example, if I had 3 y's, I'd divide by 3 factorial. So if I multiply this, or if I simplify this, do little fractions here. 2 factorial is a 2, 2 factorial is a 2. Those are being multiplied. So 2 times 2, that's 4. And so if I multiply up what I have left, I have 5 times 6 is 30 times 3 for 90. Now, another way to do this is to use the combination function. So what I could do is I could say, okay, well, I have 4 yellows, of which I need to choose 2, times I have 6 purples, of which I need to choose 2. And let's see, do we really get the same answer? Well, let's try. So 4 choose 2 is 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial times, then 6 choose 2 is 6 factorial divided by 6 minus 2 factorial 2 factorial. And let's see, if I clean these up, that's going to be 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 divided by 4 minus 2 is 2, so it's going to be a 2 factorial times 2 factorial times, then 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And we divide that by 6 minus 2, that's 4 factorial, which is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then 2 factorial is 2 times 1. Let's clean that up a bit. Here's a 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a 4, 3, 2, 1. And then on the first fraction, 2 times 2 is 4, so this 4 will cancel with those. And if I look at what I have left, oh, here's another one that I could cancel. I'm going to grab a different color here. Here's a 2 times 1 and a 2 times 1. And notice that I have the exact same results as I did when we started this problem. Now, let me pick a good color. Pick this gray here. Notice there's the 3, the 6, and the 5. And you multiply those together, we get the same result, and the result is 90. Now, that's how we could draw 2 yellow marbles. Let's do one more here, B. Part B is 3 yellow marbles. 3 yellow marbles. And I'll write it out. You could do this as 4. 4, and we need to choose 3 of the yellows, times of the 6 purples. Whoops, I was going to write a P. 6 purples, we need to choose 1. And put that together, we'd get our results. Or if we did the picture way, we could say, well, I need a Y, 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 and a P. So let's see, there was 4 Y's, then there's 3, then there's 2, but there's 6 P's. But remember that Y, 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 P is a word, so I need to divide this. I need to divide this by, since there's 3 Y's, I would have 3 factorial. This is for the 3 Y's. And you could also divide it by 1 factorial because there's 1 P, but that won't change anything. All right, and then I'm going to use the second fraction. I think it's easier because 3 factorial is 6. So those cancel. So it looks like my answer is 4 times 3. That's 12 times 2 is 24. Okay, we're going to do one more here. And the last one would be part C is 4 yellow marbles. 4 yellow marbles. Now, I could say, well, I need there's 4 yellows, of which I need to choose 4, times how many purples would I choose? Well, you'd choose 0. I think this is good bookkeeping, and here's why. Notice that the 4 and the 0 add up to the total number that I have to draw. And if we come back to this previous one, whoops, here, the same thing happened here. I had to draw 4. Well, there's the 3 plus 1. And up here I had to draw 4, and it came as 2 plus 2. All right, so let's oh, I skipped a screen somehow there. All right, and so now if I work on this problem, well, 4 choose 4 is very simply just 1. And remember that you can do this in your calculator if you use the math button. Then you'll scroll over to where it says prob, P-R-O-B, and I think on the older ones it just says P-R-B. And then if you scroll down, you'll see N-C-R. And so you can just enter those directly into the calculator. So the last part to try is this, part D. And part D says, how many ways to draw at least 2 yellow? Well, at least 2 yellow is at least 2 yellow means 2 yellows, but at least means it could be more than that. So it could be plus the number of ways to draw 3 yellows, plus the number of ways to draw 4 yellow marbles. And here's the thing, do we have to have a plus 5 yellows? Well, the answer is no for 2 reasons. And the first one is the problem says you're only going to draw 4 marbles, and so we wouldn't have to take it out to 5. And the other problem is that we only have 4 yellows in our jar. So now we just take and we add up the different results. So we have 90 plus 24 plus 1, and so we'd say that's going to be 115 different ways. 115 different ways to draw 4 marbles, of which at least 2 are yellow. Thanks for watching.